Hello, this is Donald Jenkins, your Master Purpose Development Coach, and welcome to 2020 and beyond. Hey, listen, I'm excited that you decided to take some time out of your busy schedule to get some very important insight that I'm sure that you're going to find to be of great value. Now, I'm sure that you've seen video documentaries where we've advanced ourselves 20, 30, 40, 50 years into the future just to see what technology looked like and also climate change. What I wanted to do was something different. I wanted to advance us into the future to see what the future would look like if we fail to reset the foundation of purpose within the human soul. So again, this is Donald Jenkins, your Master Purpose Development Coach, and welcome to 2020 and beyond. In these video lectures, I'm going to be talking about many different subject matters, but today, what I want to talk about is church hurt. You might be saying, why church hurt? Because that's something that we definitely do not want to take into the future. See, it's a new decade and it's a new year, and we cannot continue to do the same thing expecting different results. So what we're going to do in this video, we are going to explore church hurt and what do we need to do to reset the foundation of purpose so that we can minimize church hurt from this time forward. So let's look at the word church. And when we're thinking about church, we think about the house of God. And the last thing that you would associate the house of God with is hurting other people, because we know that God is love. So why are hurting people going to a house of love and people are still walking away hurt? They're still walking away with a bitter taste in their mouth. And here's a thought that you need to consider, and that is by the late Dr. Miles Monroe, as he stated that if you don't know the purpose of a thing, you will abuse it. And that's what we continue to experience year after year, decade after decade. In many cases, we don't even know the purpose of relationships. We don't know the purpose of building covenant relationships with other people. Therefore, we continue to tolerate dysfunctional attitude that put us in a very compromising position to hurt other people. So let's look at what is it that we need to do to minimize the risk of church hurt from this time going forward into the future. Because if we don't, we're going to continue to repeat the same thing over and over and over again. Now, one of the things that we always talk about here at the Purpose Development Institute, and that is the intuitive side of purpose. So when we're talking about resetting the foundation of purpose, we're not talking about find your passion, find your purpose. We're not talking about what you do for a living. We're talking about what you can become as a person. In other words, what can you become when you enable your highest growth potential? That's what resetting the foundation of purpose is all about. Now, that's a specific skill set that we teach here at the Purpose Development Institute. And it's time that the sleeping giant wake up and understand how to enable the intuitive side of purpose, because when we turn on the intuitive side of purpose, there's a phenomenon that happens that allow us to build better relationship, because there's a thing that happens that's called meaningful excellence. And what that produces is the quality or the state of being outstanding or extremely good at sustaining a strong sense of purpose under all circumstances. So here's the deal. When I have meaningful excellence in my life, it doesn't matter what relationship that I'm in. I am going to fight for a strong sense of purpose in that relationship. And that's what we've lost in the church. We've lost the fight for the strong sense of purpose to keep the relationship together. Therefore, it becomes easier to just sever the relationship and people end up in a very hurtful situation. And what we're doing is we're damaging the brand that belongs to God. So now people that might not know God, they associate church hurt with those who know God. And that's why we have to reset the foundation of purpose so that we can eliminate, minimize the risk of church hurt within our midst, regardless of what background we might be, denomination that we might be a part of. It doesn't matter. Church hurt has existed since the foundation of the church. Therefore, in 2020 and beyond, guess what time it is? It is time for us to start a revolution of meaning and minimize this risk that's bringing damage to covenant relationships. So again, this is Donald Jenkins, your Master Purpose Development Coach, and welcome to 2020 and beyond.
What part will you play in the future? Will you reset the foundation of purpose? Or will you ignore it need a reset?